the $3 app and you pick the $20 app because that's what you want. I love it that Travis has
an Eggo waffle.
Yes.
And what you don't know, it's frozen.
It's frozen. We know.
Stop it.
We know.
Yeah.
I'm down to my crumbs and Pringles.
Right out of the freezer, baby.
Is guacamole a fruit salad?
What is the best milkshake for bringing boys to the yard?
Ostriches are dinosaurs.
Don't piss off old people. New game.
What do you mean it gives you Arby's mouth?
Artisanal muck duck balls.
I think they call that autofellatio.
I want to high five a shark.
Welcome to Bar Banter. Relax, have a drink with us as we debate the most controversial topics in the world today.
On today's podcast.
So close. I am so close.
What's the best way to kick someone out of your podcast? We talk about what is the correct way to split the bill if someone orders appetizers, what is the best TV commercial series, and if you went back in time and had to impress a medieval king with a modern invention, what would it be? But first, Benjamin Trimmer, what are you drinking?
I went a little cocktail fun tonight. Made myself a little Aperol Negroni. Turned out really good. So I didn't have oranges, so I snuck in a little Grand Gala, and it works. Drew Mullis, what are you drinking?
I went a little seasonal today, and I'm drinking mulled wine. So it's heated up wine with some brandy in there, some different like baking spices, and a little bit of maple syrup. And it is warming my heart right now. Richard Mattison, what are you drinking?
I'm not going seasonal. I'm going brunchy, boozy, and basic. And I have not a Denzel, a mimosa.
Nice.
Mimosa. Usually you see people drink mimosas at 9:20 a.m., not p.m. So, but good on you. That's fine.
I bought 3 bottles of champagne the day after Christmas, and I crushed one that day, and now I have 2 to cycle through.
But anyways, there's no wrong time. I mean, I've been known to enjoy those poolside.
Well, I just got back from Buffalo Wild Wings where I was crushing Blue Moons, but I was gonna go Denzel. But enough about me.
Wait. Did you get appetizers at Buffalo Wild Wings?
I did, and I'm fully prepared to discuss the appetizer topic because there's only one right answer.
Go for it.
Question.
Wait,
we're not there yet.
Travis, what are you drinking?
You're being overzealous.
What are you drinking first?
Oh, right.
Segue guy in the way of the intro.
I got really excited. I'm drinking a Ron Zacapa 23. Neat.
Ooh.
Good rum.
It's my favorite spice rum. It's like Captain Morgan, but like good. Ooh. And it's so smooth. It's so good.
Would you say that Captain Morgan is a good commercial?
I would if we were on that topic. But Rick, Buffalo Wild Wings
today.
I mean, usually.
Is that our first topic?
Yeah, it's splitting the check. Yeah, go for it.
So I have very strong opinions on the appetizer split.
What do you not have strong opinions on?
That's really a fair point.
Very fair.
Some I pretend to just have strong opinions on, but this
one
you don't. Yeah, you're right. If anybody's listened to the Star Wars episode where I was very wrong and strong opinion. But anyways, for appetizers, to me, so if the 4 of us are going out to dinner and someone orders appetizers, to me, you go into ordering appetizers knowing you're going to share, unless the appetizer is your dish. That is a separate rule. But if the appetizer is your meal, separate rules. But if the 4 of us are going to dinner and you order appetizer, you know you're going to share. Therefore, the person who orders the appetizer, or if they're not at the table, if say I go to the bathroom and I'm like, Travis, will you order this appetizer for me? If it's their idea, they are responsible for paying for the appetizer. There are no splitsies because the 3 of you may not have wanted that. And I'm just like, I could go for some chips and salsa or, wherever you're at. That is my rule. If you order it or if it's your idea, you are paying for that appetizer.
I completely agree. I think that you have to come in prepared and expect to pay for the one or several appetizers. If four of us sit down and like, you guys want to get wings, chips and queso, and a big pretzel to start, I'm paying. In my mind, that's all going on my check. However, for the other people indulging in it, I think that it is at least socially acceptable to offer to pay for some of it. Like, sure. I think if all four of us went out on several occasions, I kept getting apps and you guys kept eating all of it and you guys never offered, I'd be a little upset after a while. One time, nah. Third time, I'd be like, someone throw me a little money. We're all like, I didn't even get a bite of the pretzel. Like, I just offer. I'm going to say no, I got it, but just offer that. And after that, that's fine. That's fine. I'm good.
That bleeds into a different topic as well for a future podcast. I give you one refusal. So if so say I order the app and Travis is like, yo, let me split that. I'm like, no, it's fine. That's my token resistance. If you say no, I insist, I ain't fighting you anymore. Nope. Like, fine, go for it. You get one pass where I say I got it. And then if you continue to fight, I don't care if it's a date. I don't care if it's my future father-in-law. You get one pass and then I'm not fighting anymore.
That I don't even fight my father-in-law anymore. If he picks something up,
that's different. You're married. He paid for the wedding. You get to have sex with his daughter.
I tried.
That was the deal y'all made.
All right. So I think you guys are on the right track with the concept. I agree mostly, but I actually have a small change to what you're saying, because your idea is the person paying is the one who has the idea of getting the appetizer. I think it's whoever's involved in the decision is part of the payment. So, hey, I walk in, I sit down, guys, I'm getting chips and queso. You're up. You're welcome to have as much as you want. That's on me. I'm paying for it. No deal there. But if we all sit down, the four of us, and like, all right, I'm thinking wings, I'm thinking pretzel bites, I'm thinking queso. And then Drew's like, yeah, let's do queso. And then, we all kind of make the decision together. It wasn't, maybe I had the first idea, but we're all kind of thinking it and we all pick the appetizer together. So we're all going to eat it. So we're splitting that appetizer. If I force my decision on you guys, it's mine. But if we all agree of an appetizer that we're all going to share equally, we're splitting it.
My only question to that, and I think I'm safe saying this, of the four of us, I'm the only one who has never been like a real waiter. At some point, does it become too complicated to be like, split this chips and dip 4 ways? And is that,
I mean, yes, depending on the system that you're working with, but at the end of the day, if you're a good waiter, you can do it.
I got you. Okay. I was just curious.
Yeah. But good question. I mean, that's a reasonable question, because when you split an app 4, 5, or 6 ways, you do feel like a dick to the waiter. So you're right about that.
The only thing I would change there, Ben, is like, because I think you're onto something with the decision making. But if I suggest apps, like, hey, let's get apps, and I look at Ben like, hey, what do you want? I'm asking you, kind of prompting you to make a decision about what you might want that I'm going to pay for, because I'm prompting you to make a decision. If you chime in yourself, if it's self-motivated and you're like, oh, we should get wings too, then yeah, I think that you're right, where you should probably be paying for some of it. But if I'm just, facilitating all of it, and then I'm telling the waiter we want these 3 things, that's on me. But if we're all kind of chiming in left and right, yeah, it's splitsies all the way.
Wait, run that back for me one more time, Travis.
So like, and I don't know if you guys have these personality types in your family, but definitely I do in mine, where I don't want to say the head of the household type figure, but whoever is talking to the waiter the most and is trying to coordinate and facilitate said dinner, like was like, yeah, let's get some apps. I want this. Travis, what do you want? Rick, what do you want? And so that person is leading it, is prompting people to make decisions, because that's what Ben said. If you're part of the decision making process, you should. But in that sense, I'm really just kind of, what's the word? I'm allowing you to
facilitating,
make your just give an opinion.
Yeah, right? You're the clear leader of the entire group.
Right.
So
and in
you
that
have
sense,
been put in a situation that they expect you to make the
for it.
decision.
Right. And in that sense, I'm paying for those, even though you made a decision or someone else made a decision about a certain appetizer. However, if I say, yeah, let's get chips and queso, and then Ben was like, you know what, I think I'm going to get wings too as an appetizer. I didn't facilitate that. You came up with that on your own volition.
So to me, agreed. So if you're gonna run that role, then I'm cool with someone being like, if you want to be the person who talks to the ref, if you will.
Yes.
Be like, all right, go for it. But at that point, if you say, yeah, let's get apps, I want pretzel bites, and you look to me and say, Rick, do you want apps? And I say no. Even if I share in pretzel bites, I expect you to pay for pretzel bites. Now, if I ate the entire pretzel bites and you didn't get any pretzel bites, okay, okay.
I'm not going to charge you for two. Yeah.
Right. Let's be reasonable about this encounter. But if you, again, to me, if it's your idea, if you're in a group, you have to go in saying appetizers are being shared, unless it is your main dish. Where you're like, no, we don't want any apps, but for my dinner, I'm going to get the appetizer, the platter or whatever. Right.
True. Thoughts.
I agree with everything.
Cool.
Okay, well then I have another. I have another point.
Sweet.
Well, I have things to say.
Glad we invited you.
I didn't have a direct. I didn't have a direct rebuttal to you guys for that. So yeah, I think it. For me, it depends on the group of people that you're with. If I go out with my parents, for instance, I'm assuming that
that tab.
I'm assuming
my parents are paying for dinner.
Even though I'm 33, I assume that my parents are paying for it. My dad specifically, unless I'm taking them out for like a special occasion or something, then that's on me. But I agree that like if one person and it's a close group of people, like if I was taking you guys, if I was like, hey guys, let's go to dinner, my treat, let's do this, and I'm taking that. If it's like a group of my coworkers and there's like 5 or 6 of us, and even if I'm the one who's coming in, if I mention that I want or I buy some apps for the table, I'm coming in to it being like, okay, I got queso for the table, that's on me. I'm not gonna make the
water's on me for the table,
split it 6 ways and do that kind of thing.
I won't pay for ice though.
So not bougie.
Right. I think we're all in agreement. I think that one's quashed, other than maybe some edge cases, etc. And with that, we're gonna go to a commercial break.
Oh, we have commercials now.
Wow. Actually, Travis,
get it.
Well done.
I am gonna go.
I will
drink
give that to you,
guys. What is the best TV commercial series? And we're talking series, which means like it has to have more than one version of it, so not a one-hit wonder like puppy
poop out of me.
Right. Yes, like that one, or Puppy Monkey Baby, or the Volkswagen one where the kid remote starts the car while he's Darth Vader. All great commercials. Love them all.
The majority of Super Bowl commercials are out.
Not all of them. I think like
majority.
Some of the Super Bowl commercials, like that was the beginning of a series.
Right.
Correct. Some. Well, let's be real.
Most of them are out.
Yeah.
Like
90%.
If they only occurred, and maybe this is one, if you guys pick this one, we'll debate it. But like, if it was a series of commercials that aired during the Super Bowl, maybe that's a series. I don't know. We'll get to that later. But what are your thoughts? What's the best commercial TV series words?
I'm gonna go first on this one, mostly because mine is probably not gonna win, and it's probably the most divisive of them. I have 2 in the running. My honorable mention is gonna be those weird Skittles commercials from probably mid 2010s, I want to say,
those are
where
good.
Like it was all about like embrace the rainbow, pluck the rainbow, transplant the rainbow. Like it was an ongoing series, but they were just weird as fuck. Like the one that I remember and I was watching earlier was there's a lady eating Skittles on the couch and she's eating them like one by one, and then it kind of pans over to her son and he's like, oh, that one was lemon. and then it kind of zooms out, and there's an umbilical cord still attached to him that goes into her, and as she's eating them, he's getting the taste of whatever Skittle. They're weird as fuck. You guys have to go back and watch them.
Now that you mention it, I do remember
so
those.
crazy. And there's the ones where like one of them has like Midas touch, but everything he touches turns into Skittles.
Skittles, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Works in an office. And goes,
I remember there was like a
dang
chicken,
it in the desk. Yeah, just
there was like a chicken pox one too where they kiss.
Yeah.
Maybe a euphemism for sexual transmitted diseases, but
oh
I
man, and they were just so far out there and repping such a prominent brand that it just, to me, like for being Skittles and doing something so ballsy and out there, those have always stuck in my mind. The one though that I think trumps that for me is Quiznos.
The hamsters,
the weird fucking hamsters with that song. And the song
God
time, but it was kind of the same thing. The eat Quizno subs.
I'll try to find the audio, put it in.
We love these subs because they are good to us.
Oh my god, they're so good. And you can watch like the complete series of them, and they weren't really like a series because they like nothing happened sequentially or anything, but it was the same song with different words every time, and they were just so out there and odd for such a great restaurant at the time period that they were made in. So that's my go-to for that.
Nice. All right, I'll go. Actually, Drew, I like both. The Skittle one probably hits a little bit closer to home because I remember a lot of those. Yeah, I got stuck between two also. One's still on today and you see them all the time, and then one I don't even know if it's on, but it's pretty recent. But I'm gonna go with my favorite. So one of the ones is famous for having A-list cameos in it, like top of the line people like Betty White or Steve Buscemi or Willem Dafoe or Robin Williams. And I remember this one.
R.I.P. two of those people.
They are tasty, they are crunchy, they are warm because they toast them.
I know. Seriously. But I remember this one probably more than anything else. This is the first one I went to. And I tried to do some research and come up with some other ones, but I kept going back to this one. And it's the Snickers commercials. The Snickers commercials that do all of different regular, everyday, real life situations. And then all of a sudden somebody's being a dick or somebody's, complaining or whatever. And they're acting like a famous rock star or famous celebrity. They eat a Snickers and then, they go back to the regular person, and you're not, the whole tagline is you're not who you normally are when you're hungry. You're not you when you're hungry. I remember those over pretty much anything else. With the maybe the closest second is the bump farmers thing. That was close, but it's still Snickers for me.
The best Snickers one was either the Betty White one, and this might be a niche one.
Football.
Yeah.
Yes.
The one that's
that's number two for me. It's Willem Dafoe and Marilyn Monroe for me.
My favorite is Bobcat Goldthwait, the guy from Police Academy with the really crazy voice that I'm not going to attempt to that one. Who, like, when I saw him, like, I haven't seen him since I watched this movie in the early 90s because I wasn't alive when it came out. That's the one that I remember. That's a good series. That was almost my pick. Rick,
I'm gonna go 3-2-1 on this one. So number 3 for me, just because it was kind of a lead up to the Super Bowl, is My High Life commercials.
That's the one I thought you were gonna go with.
No, so where they're gonna go, he's talking about where a commercial could be like a second. He's like, that could be a commercial. That could be a commercial right there. And then the Super Bowl commercial, it's a 1 second commercial. He just goes, High Life. So great commercial. But yeah, then number 2, Terry Tate, office linebacker, fantastic commercial. And honestly, we could probably flip those. But anyways, Terry Tate, office linebacker, hilarious. But to me, the number 1 TV commercial, give me Bud Light and Dilly Dilly. That has some staying power.
That did, yes.
Goes in and out of Super Bowl commercials. So I don't even like Bud Light, but Dilly Dilly, give me that one.
Dilly.
Shirts for that and everything. That was like merchandise.
I still
all
see
around.
them.
That was massive. Absolutely massive.
But guys, you're missing out on one that was iconic for, I'm going to say years. And actually, I'll say 2 because no one mentioned Corona in The Most Interesting Man. Little disappointed no one mentioned that.
You talk about the
run that back for me real quick.
Oh my god, I said Corona. Sorry.
All right,
Did.
So
Travis is out.
No, that's not my answer.
Your argument is invalid.
Ugh. But no, the one that's the best series is
I respect it.
Hello, friends. Look at your answer. Now back to me. Now back to your answer. Now back to me. Sadly, it isn't mine. But if it stopped you using lady scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, it could smell like my answer. It's the Old Spice commercials, guys. There's so many different variations of, I forgot his name, but that guy doing that one type of commercial that to me revolutionized all commercials because of the different crazy formats he was able to be put in. And eventually he was just like, I'm on a horse. That one blows all the other commercials out of the water, period. The end. I'm on a horse.
I don't think I've ever seen that commercial.
Bullshit.
Oh, you had to have.
Bullshit. I go look it up. Stop the podcast. Go Google it right now.
Yeah. All right.
Go look
Y'all
up.
say words. Wait, Travis, what was it again? Something about a horse?
Just type in
Old Spice.
Old Spice. Look
I'm
at
on
me.
a horse.
Yeah, I'm on a
It's
horse.
Cody Michael, I think.
Yeah.
So while I appreciate the Old Spice ones, the way that I remember those commercials is they all have a extremely similar feel. I'm not saying premise, I'm saying feel.
But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me.
I've never seen this
What?
before. Oh my
You
god.
have to watch the whole thing.
There's like 6 of them.
Now look down. Now look up. Now back to me. I want a horse.
He broke Rick. I didn't think that was possible. He's so excited.
Oh my god.
There's a whole series of them, Rick. I'm excited for you.
Yeah,
Rick's-
y'all go on. Just
We're-
ignore me for the next 10 minutes. Y'all talk.
I got at least go on mute, Rick. We can hear it.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna have to dub half of this because we don't have the license for it.
It's not, we got it under fair
It's
use.
fine.
It's fine.
We don't make any money, so it's fine.
I'm kidding.
Drew, I loved deep past tense the Quiznos commercials at the time.
The Quiznos subs!
Looking back, they're so obnoxious. I can't.
They're amazing.
so
and it's
obnoxious.
because they're so obnoxious. And I honestly, for me, maybe the first of its kind, where I was watching a commercial and I was like, wow, they can just kind of fucking do this and make it as weird as possible
Yeah.
and air it on national television.
If it was
where everyone is seeing.
if it was weirdest, if it was strangely memorable was the category, I think that could work. Best, I'm not. I have a hard
weird
time
if it
saying
doesn't work.
Best.
It made me want to go to Quiznos.
I mean, that's fair. I just do want to play on the star power of my decision. Nobody mentioned something that has a bigger name, bigger impact, bigger celebrities. If I was going to give a second to my Snickers one, it would probably be the originality of the Skittles one, only because that was real life, like hilarious situations turned into something overly dramatic. But yeah, that's where
But he didn't even put Skittles forward. He said Quiznos.
the Quiznos does not sit with me. It doesn't sit with me as a running theme. I mean, how long did that even last? Are there even Quiznos anymore?
There's one in
There's
downtown
one.
Atlanta,
There's one.
right next to the Fox. I stumbled upon it once and I was like, wow, I didn't know.
They're
I thought
still
we
in
were all
business.
bankrupt.
The fact, Ben, that your argument is only allowed is because it has star power. If you were to enter random people in those commercials, who cares about your commercial? It doesn't work. No, take it away. Like if Betty White wasn't in one of my favorite commercials of the Snickers, I'd be like, all right, it's fine. Real Men of Genius, even though not a TV commercial, is better than your Snickers commercials. So
But
I'm just gonna say,
creating a
that.
memorable series of commercials by knowing that you can use star power. No, I think it makes the series.
I disagree.
Change one major fact in any of the things that we said, And
you remember Dilly Dilly, and I'll remember this apparently Old Spice that I missed out on, not knowing who that person
You were
is.
probably overseas when these were popular. You were probably.
We'll say that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that out. We'll pretend that was the reason.
You watch a lot of TV. You should have seen these.
Either that or Kansas. Kansas is 3 years behind. I still use that excuse for a lot of things. I was in Kansas during it. But yeah, the best commercials, you don't need star power. Like, you remember the commercial not because of who was in it, but because of what was being said. That's my argument.
I'm surprised no one said Flo.
Oh,
Not a big Flo.
I knew it was divisive, so I had to put it out there.
It's J.K. Simmons. J.K. Simmons over Flo. Farmers all the day.
I will say the progressive commercials on becoming your parents.
Those have been
good.
self-help
ones. Those are pretty good. Those are good.
Fucking hilarious. Those get me
because God
every
damn
time.
it, I should be one of those parents.
Because I am. Because I am my parents.
Oh God. Oh God.
I like that.
God. I will say out of the ones that we put forward as our favorites, I will side with Ben. I do think for me the Snickers ones, just having that like duality of, you know, because like the celebrity becoming just a normal person again, and like acting as a huge diva, I thought they were hilarious, and I think I probably remember more of those than like individually more of those than just like an arching series.
I don't love it, but I'm not mad at your logic.
So Rick, as a big Bud Light drinker, I appreciate the Dilly Dilly, especially because I used to sell it. But the problem is I only remember one commercial from the Dilly Dilly series. And it's the medieval one. One of the
They're all medieval.
Ones. Yeah.
Right.
That's the problem.
Exactly.
No. No, I remember one. I know there were more than one medieval ones. I don't remember them. I remember a night and people saying Dilly Dilly, and that's all I remember. I know there were multiples, but I don't know anything different about them. Nothing
but
at all.
The fact that that's what you remember is what makes it the best.
But see,
because you don't need to remember each individual episode, because at the end of the day, it's just Dilly Dilly.
But like, I remember different things about the series of what I'm saying.
That's like saying I'll put forward the WhatsApp commercials. I only remember one of those.
Absolutely not. That is 100% different. 100%.
How? There's a catchphrase to it, and I only remember the catchphrase and maybe a couple things, or the Budweiser frog ones.
Okay, so if that's the route we're taking, then the Mayhem commercial should be the winner, because you remember every Mayhem commercial over the Snickers.
Not everyone. I remember getting blown over by wind and hit by a car, and that's about it.
But that's sort of so. But that in a way drives my point, because it's the same actor in the commercial. You don't remember it, so you're saying you remember the actors or actresses, not necessarily the story. But I remember the story because of the actor or actress. You don't remember the story and then remember the person. Is what I'm getting at.
That's
just because if you switch the person, that doesn't make it better. That just means there's more people.
I'm not saying I remember them because specifically the actor. I remember them because of the storyline. Yes, there was an actor involved who was famous.
I disagree.
But there was an actual storyline in each commercial.
There was a storyline.
Like a specific.
You can't remember it because of the actor.
The same.
You can't. Right, hold on. You can't disagree with how Drew remembers something.
You're right. Travis, what's your vote? So Drew and Ben say Snickers.
I'm firmly entrenched in my Old Spice commercials.
So it sounds like
I'm not
Snickers
moving.
Wins. So Snickers
as
wins.
As long as Quiznos doesn't win, I'll be okay.
Okay, so Snickers wins.
I'll be okay with Snickers. That was.
The subs are good for you.
Quiznos subs. Oh God. That commercial would not impress a medieval king.
No.
I'm not going to impress a medieval king. So,
guys,
other people have better ideas.
Terrible.
Today's episode is brought to you by Rocket Guitar Repair. Is your guitar beat up, dented,
Or is there dirt from the 70s still under the controls? Well, you're in luck. At Rocket Guitar Repair, Ray works on everything from acoustic and electric guitars to bass guitars, banjos, mandolins. If it has strings, Ray can fix it. With over 50 years playing, repairing, and building guitars, Rocket Guitar Repair can get your guitar repaired rocket quick. Call Rocket Guitar Repair at 678-400-3062 or visit rocketguitarrepair.com.
Okay, last topic. If you went back in time and had to impress a medieval king with a modern invention, and if you didn't impress him or he was like a little scared, he kills you, what would it be? What would you choose? What would you bring? What's the best thing to bring?
A gun. Sorry, that's not my answer.
It's not a bad answer.
You kill him first.
Not a terrible answer.
They had those,
What?
They had
They didn't
gunpowder.
have guns in medieval times.
In medieval times?
They had gunpowder.
Turn of the century.
On which medieval times? Because if you're talking medieval, like,
Middle Ages.
Middle Eastern, or Japan, they did.
Well, there you go.
If you're talking medieval times, England, France,
I was assuming we were going like Western European.
Anyways, not to be
castle.
a stickler, but it
Please.
affects my answer. So going with Ben's question or answer, saying gun. Are we saying the bullets are included
Yes.
with gun?
The whole shebang.
Okay.
Like,
yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Because it changes my answer if the answer was yes or no.
Whatever. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be limitations to like.
Sure.
You couldn't bring a entire nuclear power plant because you don't have all the connections to
Right.
actually hook it up. Whatever. Well, I mean,
But
you could, but it's
if
not
I
gonna
were
work.
to if I were to bring a car, then
It's the whole
like-
car. Yeah.
Eventually it runs out of gas.
It comes with gas originally.
Yes.
Right, but I can't refill it. That's what I was getting at.
Correct.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So,
Just wanna make
Rick,
sure.
do you want to hop out there? You're already talking. Do you want to hop out there?
Yeah, I'll go out there. I'm getting killed by the king because I was gonna say flashlight.
Your
Flashlight is what
batteries.
I was
Yeah,
gonna go with.
my
But if I come
flashlight.
with batteries, then I at least have one set to get me, a while. Because I just have to use it at night, and then that'll get me. I don't know.
I want to see Rick putting the flashlight to this king or lord and just being. You want to see? Want to see a trick? Flick, 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 flick,
But
flick,
so-
flick, flick,
But
flick,
Rick,
flick,
you're
flick,
missing.
flick,
Wait.
flick, flick.
Oh,
You're
my
missing out.
finger.
You're missing out on a huge opportunity to become proficient in shadow puppets and impressing him with the art of shadow puppetry. And
Oh,
you're-
Can't you do that with a candle?
yeah, but now I have instant access.
You
to
see the bunny?
white light.
The bunny is coming.
He can leap about this far.
And the fangs. Because I was gonna go lighter, but they already had fire, right? And so
Yep.
vehicles and stuff, I thought about that, but then if I run out of gas, I think he's gonna kill me because I can't refuel, my vehicle. He's still gonna kill me because I have a flashlight and all I have is shadow puppets. But to me, hey king, it's night. Hey, look at this. Ah. I don't know.
But what
I
if
got
you-
nothing on this one. Just vote against me and someone else be more clever than
So-
I.
So I'll jump out there. If I was going to bring something back to impress a king, I'd want to solve a problem. And the biggest problem in medieval times, I don't know, maybe a plague or two, usually caused by fleas. I'm bringing DEET or bug spray. I am protecting the king at all costs. Like, hey, this is gonna keep you from being bitten and all of your certain servants from being bitten. It's gonna solve all of your problems.
But you're assuming a lot.
It's
You're
how
assuming the king is already being bitten. Let's assume you go to a clean kingdom with no fleas. I know.
People had fleas up until the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Regularly.
True. Relax. You don't need to distract me
I
like
can't.
that.
I can't.
if I can tell the king, I'm like,
carry
if
on.
the king's like, hey, I'm like, hey, Plague's a real thing. You could get it, but I have this magical substance that would prevent you from getting it. It's going to be a little weird. Let me spray it on your arm. Don't get freaked out. And just do this like once a day forever.
How does he know?
He won't get bitten. I'm a good salesman.
But how does he know? But like if he shows up and maybe he has a couple of days, or Drew, insert the correct timeline here of not being bitten. Like, how does he know it works? But I guess that's what gets you past day one, which makes it a success.
Yeah.
So, because I guess that was the question.
Immediately kill him.
That's right. I would be killed if I showed up in daylight with my flashlight.
2 weeks later, Travis is in the stock. But
that's fine. I ran out unless I come up with the chemical composition for DEET.
I'm okay with that. So poopery. Who's got poopery?
Okay, Drew, did you come up with something that doesn't run out? Okay, good. Me too. So we won. Drew, do you want to go or do you want me to go?
Yeah, I'll go. So I am bringing a modern pot still with me. And it doesn't have to be like one of the gigantic ones or whatever, but something to be able to make alcohol, because the versatility of alcohol, and which was not readily available for commercial use until about the 1700s. They had beer and wine and all that kind of stuff, but actually like distilled products, not readily available until around the 1700s. But you've got alcohol, just like the drinkable kind, which is awesome in its own right. But then some of the byproducts of distilling, you have fluids that you can use as disinfectants, accelerants, potentially propulsion, if you want to get into that. So it could be, it's an explosive in its own right. So I think the vast amount of uses that you could use a still for, and all I have to do is, it takes 4 hours for me to make enough product for them to really see the benefits of a still.
So since I know how a still works, but for the people who don't know, like Rick, don't you need like electricity or something?
Nope, you just need fire.
You just need fire to make a still work?
Fire and yeast.
Yep. And a
few other things. You don't need electricity at all.
So you need a few.
You brew beer, you take that liquid and you put fire under a still, and that makes alcohol.
Yeah, moonshiners turn of the century, 1900 pluses.
It has no electric components. It has no.
So don't you need all those ingredients as well?
That are natural. They're all natural.
Yeah, but just because they're natural, that doesn't mean
they were making beer. They've been making beer for almost 3,000 years. That's literally
citronella is also natural.
But if they've been making beer already, how is that impress a king if they already have beer?
Alcohol is stronger and it has a lot more uses.
So you're saying like rubbing alcohol?
Or you can make rubbing alcohol.
Well, no,
you can make
I guess
rubbing alcohol
like what I guess I missed what you said. What you're bringing. You're just bringing alcohol.
Well, I'm bringing the actual still to make alcohol.
Oh, okay.
So Drew, I like the still idea. Yes, it probably makes better tasting alcohol and a much more efficient way to make it. I went like super obvious on my answer, thinking that I wasn't going to win, and I might. So I was trying to think of something that wouldn't run out. Hey, you can bring a helicopter, but you're going to run out of fuel, or you can bring a flashlight, but you're going to run out of batteries. But what about something that's not going to run out, like solar powered, and something that's actually invented? How about a solar powered car? Something that's already invented, something that will not run out. Yeah, okay, it may rust or it may crash into a tree and it needs some repairs. Too bad, so sad. But it's still going to run off of solar power. So it's not going to run, the battery's not going to run in a couple of weeks. Or I don't even remember what Travis said. No offense, Travis, but I don't even.
Or bug spray.
Bug spray. It's not going to run out after spraying 10 fleas and then moving on. Solar powered car. You can get around faster than horses. You can go anywhere. That's going to impress him. Not to mention the fact that he's going to drive away, and then I can get away from his beheading.
So no.
Yes.
If you brought a solar powered car in front of a medieval king, he would instantly think you are a witch, warlock, something else or the other, and murder you on the spot. He would have you decapitated on the spot because that is witchcraft to him. That is too advanced, and you're dead.
Which country? Depends on
You
which
don't.
country.
You don't know.
Yeah,
his
you're
life.
imposing upon every single king there has ever been in the history of.
You don't. Yeah.
You
don't know
which
his
country
life.
you're going to. Some
medieval
countries are-
medieval Western Europe.
Could be
Yeah, but
Transylvania.
some
They've
countries
got
from
vampires.
medieval Western Europe are a big fan of witchcraft
No,
and
they're-
wizardry. The Druids
Not
in
that
Ireland
much. Not that
is
much.
one. I'm just saying that's one off the top of my head.
They would
I
be,
think the
they'd be
car
like,
would
listen, we're
go
into
against
witchcraft,
Druids.
but this is too much.
Hey Rick,
don't know
you were a tank commander. Is there such thing as a solar powered tank?
Not currently.
Because if that was real, I would change my answer to that. But I'm going to say
were
solar
diesel?
power car.
I would jack off to that tonight if that was real.
Yeah, wouldn't we all?
No, I wouldn't.
That's fair, Travis. That's fair. But we're also married.
No,
The solar power car.
I couldn't do it. I don't. That
Give
no.
me, besides witchcraft and wizardry, give me an issue with it.
Well, because like I guess we're all entering this, like, I'll say competition for lack of a better word. Like, we're all allowed to demonstrate. It's not like we're walking in saying, here's my idea, and then they're like, nope, you said a word with the letter E in it off of his head. Obviously, I'm joking to prove a point, but like, you get a chance to demonstrate this, right? It's not just
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I'm okay with it.
The frame of reference I have is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, where they go back in time to about medieval time. There's
We're
a
going for fiction. We're going for fiction.
yeah. It's a fictional scenario. Of course, it's fiction.
You don't know that.
You're true. I don't. However, they have a telephone booth appear in the medieval
Your
kingdom.
source is Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Duh.
Yeah.
And all of the townspeople are like, WTF, clearly witches and wizards. We need to murder these people because witches and wizards off with their heads. And that's what happens or attempts to happen. So I don't think
In
it's
Travis's defense,
I think it's too much.
if you go to Monty Python and the Holy Grail, they think somebody floats. You know, so they're
Exactly.
a witch.
It would be too much. It would blow their minds too much. They couldn't comprehend it. And you would be
A duck.
killed immediately.
The grenade of Antioch. I like Ben's answer. I'm okay with it.
I would rebut Ben's
I watched
answer.
the Three Musketeers video where they had flying blimps recently. So,
That's fair.
With this, cars have a lot of really intricate components
ooh,
that as soon as one of them wears out, and even not intricate components, like once you've gone through your spare tire, that's it. And they don't exactly have paved roads back then.
okay.
But why does it need to be why does it need to be a tire? Like, tire is just to help it be a smooth ride, right? Like, they can. Why wouldn't it just be a wheel?
Like a wooden wheel.
I mean,
Sure,
that would
attach a
fall off.
wooden wheel. Yeah, it wouldn't be.
All right,
To
hold on.
a
had-
2,000
they had
a wooden wheel
car.
with 2,000
You don't
pounds
get to
of shit on it.
tailor your item
Why
to
not?
based
Something
on
breaks,
no,
you
no,
can
no,
add
no,
to
no,
it.
no, no, no,
No, no, no. But if we're talking like components wear out and they have to be able to replace them, the components on a still are much easier to replace than something like a car where you've got computers, you've got wires,
Right.
you've got any one little thing like a spark plug could dismantle that and make it just basically a hunk of metal.
It wouldn't be a spark plug, but I get where you're going.
It's all about the presentation, the original presentation, because you're trying to keep him from cutting off your head now, not, for the rest of your life, like not over the next 10 years.
If I'm going that way, I'm changing my answer to a solar powered battery pack and my iPhone
No, I'm
loaded down with every book ever written since
no.
the dawn
Except
of
you don't
time.
have any service.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
like where
No
you're headed.
service.
Going.
Download it, and it
I'm-
fits on a USB.
You only get one
I'm
book.
going. I'm going laptop with endless amounts of porn downloaded. Like, you're kidding.
Actually, you know what, Rick? Honestly, probably not a bad thing. I
Honestly,
think that would probably win you a lot of points.
If we're going back to the original answer, if we want to prevent being killed by the king, a gun with a bullet to the king's face would prevent us from.
So true.
Like, let's be real.
fair
That's
points.
not a bad.
yeah,
answer.
but if you've only got one gun with one magazine, if you're not bringing in a whole arsenal, you got what, like 12 shots maximum?
Yeah, but you kill the king, and
depending on what you bring.
All right,
you kill the king with a gun. Those guards.
Okay, we're going semantics.
Yeah, of course we are. Of course we are.
You kill the king, and his entire court of knights descends on you and just slaughters.
They wouldn't. If you shot him with a gun, they'd be like, "Oh fuck, I'm not."
As soon as you run out of bullets,
they don't know that. They don't know. They don't know how many you got.
The author only had 7. Other courts had 10.
Right.
Which court? Which court?
They don't know. And they don't know how many bullets you got. So they're going to be like, fuck that. I'm not dealing with this shit. And they're bolting because they just saw the king drop dead and a super loud noise. Yeah. I
still like Ben's original answer. I still like Ben's original answer.
I still think he would die instantly.
Right, I'm just going to take a working Iron Man suit and then it doesn't matter. But I'm
you know what? This would be the time to bring up Batman, that non-superhero.
No, I won't go into this.
There you go.
I'm just saying. Suit.
Although Ben's right, because if you had the little reactor thing,
that's right,
like 1,000 years, you never run out of battery.
The Iron Man suit.
I'm just saying,
Iron Man suit, not a bad.
If you get some eucalyptus and some citronella, you could potentially cure the plague and have all of your subjects still working for you and not have to deal with all that shit.
Get your homeopathy out of here. And
you don't. I'm just saying it could work. It could work.
I mean, I'm sticking with my answer.
And Drew, you were
like Ben's car answer.
Drew, you were still.
Mm-hmm.
I like
the solar car.
It's the best.
It is not.
I'm more
it's the most versatile, and it will not wear out.
I'm more inclined to go with this still because of the industrial applications that it could provide. In that,
not only can you convince, you have to convince the king of those applications in that moment.
And
like all you have to do is taste that.
Like, yes, it may be accurate, but if you're going to show up, and so bear with me for a second. If you're going to show up with a metal tube, I get it, or whatever still you want to go with, I get it. Bear with me. You have to convince said king of said applications. Whereas if you have Ben's car, you're like, hey, king, hop in the car. Let me drive you around.
So here's my.
So I'm going Ben's car.
Let me take Ben's answer.
But would he let you drive him around?
No, hold on.
That came out of nowhere?
Let me take Ben's answer and apply it to modern day, right? If an alien civilization showed up with a spacecraft,
I'm getting in,
and presented it to the president, we would nuke the shit out of them.
Not everybody.
No. Yeah, we would. That's clearly a threat to us. I'm taking them out. That period, the end. You're dead, and I'm taking your technology for myself. Like, I'm taking you out of the equation. You're dead. Same thing would happen medieval and a solar powered car. Like, that's.
But see, I wouldn't,
also,
because then I would think if I took out
the question.
No, I'm saying if it were a modern day scenario,
we're changing the question.
It would still apply.
If an alien shows up, I'm not taking him out because I'm thinking he's got 10,000 other alien buddies hanging outside the earth that are going to come kill me.
Hold on.
That's because you're logical. I'm talking about the president.
No. So you show up to the president, right? So before I go into this, we agree we are given an audience to present our idea. Yes or no?
Agreed.
Yes.
Okay. So you're given an audience to present your idea. So to Travis's point, is the president going to get into his car? No. Somebody else is going to get in the car, or insert item here. You drive them around and they're like, hey, it isn't that bad. Okay. Prez or next higher level person here, you drive them around, or you kick Ben out of the car. Ben's like, hey, this is how you make it work. You hit the pedals, you steer here, and then they're able to control it. That's how that would go. It's not like, oh, this is something I don't understand. Take Timothy Adu outside and hang him. Like,
that happens a lot.
I mean, yeah, but that's not how it's okay. So Ben may get hanged.
That's the point. You can't die.
All right, fine. We all get hanged. They take our idea and they move on with life. all of us die. That's my stand then.
Also,
I vote
can I ask a real question?
Yes.
I don't know of a actual solar powered car. Is that a thing?
Nor do I.
Yeah,
I'm sure they exist. But
Absolutely, it is a thing. It is a
a few.
real thing.
I don't know. It's a legitimate question because,
Yes,
like, when
it is
you
a
first started
legitimate
talking about it,
invention.
I was like, oh, like Tesla. I'm like, wait, no, that's just electric. So I don't know of.
They have ones where the roof is a solar panel, and like obviously you still charge it at a charging station, but that's like the backup is the solar panel.
Yeah.
So it would take a long time to charge fully, but I mean it's feasible that it would be able to run just solely on the solar panels.
Well, so it'd take a long. So assuming it comes in full charged, you get past day one, but then at some point that car is not going to be able to run because solar power is not.
But you're also not going. And I hate that I'm helping Ben in this, but you're also not going like 500 miles in a day.
Well,
No,
I mean,
but you're also not driving on a real road, and you're driving on cobblestone and.
no, but
dirt.
You're not.
but that's not hurting.
You're not
your
trying to
charge.
drive 8 hours a day. It's the solar powered car doesn't stop working. I mean, yes, the solar powered cars of today is a mix of solar power and electricity, but
Travis, what was your original?
you don't need
again?
the electricity. You're just not going to be able to drive as much
Some
or as far
form
or
of
as
bug
fast
spray
if you only use
to
solar power.
prevent the plague. Prevent
Ah.
the bubonic plague.
You can't
Of every-
prevent with
of
bug
You're not
every-
spray.
preventing the plague with bug
That's
spray.
reactive.
Of everything
It's
presented,
preventative.
Ben's idea is the best.
No, it's not.
It's absolutely
The
preventative.
bug's already there.
Of everything presented,
You're not spraying the bugs. You're spraying yourself. You're applying it to yourself to keep the bugs off of you. Do you not know?
But Travis, you have to,
bugs
wait. But Travis, you have to think about it. There's so many. I don't even know what what to call them. Shaman healers
Yeah,
that claim this item,
Right.
Cures X. So of all the things presented, I think yours is the most skeptical because that is a common thing of the time where people are like, "Oh, this is
And also,
everybody is
also
saying.
the semi most listened to because no one would listen to someone with a solar powered car.
putting this out there that bubonic
That's
plague
why
was
there's a
mostly
chance for
carried
a
by-
flashlight."
Was what?
So mostly carried by rodents.
No, it's mostly carried by
And-
fleas.
Anyways, I still vote.
It's
Ben.
fleas.
So
I
we
looked it
got
up
two
ahead
for
of
the
time.
car.
It's fleas.
We got two for the car.
And
if
the
you two
car
are
is going to
split,
probably win
then
because
it's
Drew
the
and I are
car.
split. Although I wouldn't mind, like the still, I would rank above the car. I don't think I would rank it above.
I'm just saying.
spray.
Okay,
Me too.
let me make my case.
One more time.
If
One
I'm
more
given
time.
an-
Give it
Yeah,
if
to me.
I'm
let's hear it.
given an audience
Yep.
to present this still to somebody, the first liquid that comes out of that still is flammable. All I have to do is
Fair.
take that little bit of liquid, splash it on something, light it on fire, and then I say, wait, there's more. The middle part of this,
God damn it, you're a
It's shit you can
ShamWow guy,
drink.
aren't you?
there's the middle part of this is
next.
shit you can drink that makes you more drunk than your wine and will keep longer and will taste better ultimately. And then the last part of the shit that comes out of this still, you can use to get rid of infections and cure people or prevent infections, basically, from people who are wounded and all of that shit. So literally, the one thing I have to do is light shit on fire immediately. Yeah, they probably got tar and pitch and that kind of thing already, but I can give them a tool that can create that liquid over and over again for basically all of time, because with the tools they have, they could make an approximation of a still over and over again too.
Billy Mays here with grain alcohol.
If you have a selfish king, they don't give a shit about that. They want the car. So, but if the question is, are you?
But
gonna
we're
die?
not
Did you
presenting
die?
together.
The question is, did you die? If that's the question, then I'm okay with that. I like your pitch.
And I'm not, it's not Shark Tank. I'm not going against Ben.
Also true.
This is just me presenting.
true.
Shark
It's
Tank,
my,
it's
my
the-
one thing.
Shark
Yeah,
Tank,
that's fair.
you don't go against other people.
Although
in Shark Tank,
I
do you?
really like the idea of medieval Shark Tank. I think we should start that.
Writing that down. Medieval Shark Tank.
Medieval Shark Tank, but we play it as like medieval peasants trying
That
to
would be
pitch their-
amazing. Can that be a final call? A last call?
Yes. Written down.
Hold on, I need it's like 4,000 gold, my lord.
I appreciate your argument there, and you did sway me a bit, but the only thing I will say is from all four of ours point of view, this is a medieval Shark Tank. I do know the other options, so because of that, I'm going car.
Again, that's not how Shark Tank works at all.
Drew, we're gonna collaborate.
You're right. It's not, but I know all the options, and I have to vote on one.
So don't call it Shark Tank then.
Fine.
I'm listening.
What game show do you want me to pick?
Drew, we're gonna collaborate. We're gonna see each other standing there in front of the king and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna take my car. I'm gonna build build a brass exhaust system so that when the car dies, I can make a still.
We can combine it.
And when I show up,
we could probably use alcohol to power it.
And when I show up as Brad Pitt
in, I don't know,
in World War Z, and all the fleas are going by me because I have bug spray on. Just saying.
Not 100% effective, Travis.
What if it's hornet spray that won't kill it won't kill?
That's not the same thing. One is an insect killer, and one is a bug repellent. I'm talking about the bug repellent.
But what if at night it happens and you need a light to find your bug spray, and then you use your flash?
You light my methanol on fire, and there you go.
Look, I'm on board with Ben or Drew's. It's not for me. It's not gonna be Travis's. I'm okay with Ben or Drew's.
Fine. If I had to pick one other than mine, it would be the still, because I think that has more practical applications where he could make more money than just having a car.
I agree. I think you're making a lot of assumptions based on the king, but I'm okay with it.
I mean, yeah, if I'm making assumptions based off the king, I think he'd be smart and go with the bug repellent.
But well, you're not allowed to make that assumption.
My bad.
Only because of that case,
Travis, you're also assuming that they knew that the bugs were the cause of the plague back then.
Also,
I'm from the future.
Did they know that?
That's a different conversation.
Are they going to believe
trust you?
They're going to believe you.
Why are they going to trust you?
This teeny little thing that they can't see is causing death.
You can't.
We don't need to talk about my penis like that.
I don't have a comment for that.
And on that note,
and I'm spent.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
I'm spent.
Those mimosas.
I will go still over.
I'm okay with still. I'm all right. As long as the bottom, at least on my screen, wins. That's all that matters.
Ben, are you okay with still?
Yeah.
Okay. Still?
Still. Are you kidding me? I'm an alcoholic. I love stills.
Guys, we're getting kicked out of the bar. Wait, no, that's not getting kicked out. It's time for last call. Take it away, Ben.
Oh, guys, last call. We are going to be guessing movies. If you get it on the first clue, 3 points. Second clue, 2 points. And third clue, 1 point. Except you only get one guess. But raise your hand because I'm looking at you. If you raise your hand first, you get to go ahead and guess first.
I'm just going to yell.
I know you will.
Hey, Daddy.
Don't call me Daddy. All right. This movie involves a character who meets 3 United States presidents. Number 2. The main character in this movie was in the army.
That's not my. I'm just
Drew.
Forrest Gump.
You got it, man.
Oh shit! Well done.
Nice. Third clue is one of the things this man is famous for is ping pong. All right. Number 2. The main character plays online poker an hour or 2 a night when he isn't playing Halo. All right. Number 2. The main character got thrown up on by Leslie Mann.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to take a guess.
Travis.
I don't know if this is right, but I'm going to say 40-year-old virgin.
You got it.
Boom!
Nice.
Number 3 was the main character sings Aquarius in the final credits.
Age of Aquarius.
All right. Number 3. This main character is a member of a U.S.-based intelligence agency in this movie.
Super broad.
Hell yeah, it is.
So many movies.
That's like 1,000 movies.
You can guess. Go for it.
It's just movies, right? Not TV shows.
Just movies.
Watching.
All right.
Jack Ryan. Is
Clue
that what
number-
you're watching?
Clue number 2. Dwayne The Rock Johnson is a secondary character. Travis?
The other guys?
No.
Damn it!
Number 3.
It does fit.
Anne Hathaway's character falls in love with the main character. Rick?
Get smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. This one should be pretty easy for you guys. This movie has secondary characters played by Cillian Murphy and Tom Hardy. Drew?
Take it.
Batman Begins.
No. Number 2. Oh, Travis.
It's the other one. It's Batman Dark Knight Rises.
No.
Damn.
It's one of the 3.
Number 2. Michael.
I mean, that was true.
Michael Caine plays the main character's father-in-law. All right, number 3. The main character runs the risk of getting stuck in limbo where he has been before. Rick.
Inception.
You got it. So,
Hey!
So there
Yeah,
is
you're
a
right, you're
perfect
right.
That was
example
Trixie.
of
That was Trixie.
running the risk of guessing too quickly. Good job, Rick. All
I
right.
mean, I'm still losing, but I appreciate that.
Actually, we're all tied.
Actually, you're all tied. So
We're at 2 apiece.
Oh, all right.
all right.
Go team.
Next movie. Johnny Depp was the director's first choice to play the iconic lead role in this film, but he passed on the role.
I'm not raising my hand.
Do
I'm
it,
thinking.
Travis.
Hold on.
Oh,
I
dude.
feel like I saw this on Reddit the other
Do
day.
it, Travis.
It's not that one because it's not that one. No, I don't know what it is. Go to the next one. Go to the next one.
All right.
For me, unless anyone else got it. I don't know.
All right.
I don't
Famous
got
actor Hugo Weaving plays the main villain.
Wait, no. What? It wasn't Johnny Depp. Because he's the main. I'm all. Because the Reddit thread was for Will Smith, not.
All right. Do you want to guess, Travis?
No, because that's not right. If the first one is true that you said is true, then my answer isn't right.
All right. Number 3. The main character followed the White Rabbit.
Okay, yeah, no,
True.
you're wrong.
The Matrix.
You're right.
It was Will Smith, not
No, Johnny Depp was
it was
the
Will
first
Smith.
choice.
I'm gonna go look it up right now. It was Will Smith, and Will Smith.
Johnny
turned
Depp was the first choice?
Yes,
No,
he was
it
the
was
first
Will-
choice, and he turned it down.
Hold on.
He was the first choice to play Neo.
Nope, it was.
Yeah.
It was Will.
Go check on Reddit where it's all factual.
Where did you get yours from?
I double checked it in 2 different places, man. It was
Yeah,
Johnny
but
Depp was the
Where
first
did
choice,
you
and
get
he turned it
yours
down.
from?
I don't know, man. I got like 20 windows open.
The
All right.
You
first,
just said you-
hold on.
all right, sorry,
First
I thought you
result
knew.
on Google from, whatever. I don't know the site, but I said first choice to play Neo was to be played by Will Smith, who chose to play Wild Wild West instead.
I
I'm
agree
looking
with
at
that.
IMDb that says, according to Don Davis, Johnny Depp was Lana and Lily's first
I also
choice
see
for
Johnny
Neo.
Depp too.
Did you say IMDb, Drew? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay.
Which
one of
I-
those also wanted Brad Pitt or Val Kilmer.
Yep. And
Dude, Val Kilmer. I would watch that.
Right?
I would not.
I would watch that.
I'd watch Johnny Depp before I'd watch that.
Well,
Keanu Reeves.
yeah, I would too.
My
but-
man.
Screen
just
Rant
throwing
says
it out
Will
there.
Smith.
Okay.
Sandra
enough.
Bullock was also a full first choice to play Neo.
Wait, what?
It's from
Is it Neo or Morpheus?
no,
Not
I don't
typecasting
believe
here, but-
whatever this website is, I wouldn't trust that either because it's India Today. It says Sandra Bullock was the first choice to play Neo.
I not watch that.
IMDb says Depp was the first choice for the director. I think this is the director.
Dude, what did Depp
the-
had
yeah.
Depp starred in any movies at that
He
point?
turned
yeah.
it down apparently.
Yeah,
I know,
he was
but
in.
Johnny Depp,
Yeah, he's been around forever.
Edward
dude.
Scissorhands. He was.
Edward
Fear and Loathing.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, Crybaby was his first big breakout in the 80s.
Okay,
It was
that's
just
where
a question. You don't
I'm
gotta
so
judge-
mad because I
Dude.
had I had Matrix in my head. But I was like, no, that's Will Smith. That's Will Smith. I've always ever read it as Will Smith. I've never seen Johnny Depp until I just looked
that's the
it up.
first I've heard of that as well.
Okay, so
I'm gonna go ahead and preface the rest of these that 95% of the facts I got was from IMDb. So
okay.
That's good to know.
I'm not mad about it. I'm just a little disappointed.
It's the Wikipedia of movie database shit. So
next one. Fact number 1. Billy Crystal was in this movie.
That's 1,000 movies. Cool.
Yeah,
1,000 movies.
That's the point. If you want to guess, go for it. All right, number 2. Main character played a pirate for many years.
Wait, can you repeat that?
The main character in this movie played a pirate for many years. All right, number 3. The main character coined the phrase, "as you wish." True.
Princess Bride.
You got it. All right. Number 1.
All right.
One of the secondary characters says this in the middle of the movie. PC load letter.
Oh, god damn it. Oh man.
Yes.
I'm gonna just fuck it. I'm gonna go.
Travis.
I'm gonna go Office Space.
You got it. Nice, Travis.
Oh, nice.
I was hoping somebody would get that on the first one.
What blood?
The next quote was, "Next Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day."
Yep.
Oh yeah.
All right. Last one.
What was the third one?
Third one was, this movie has a secondary character who is obsessed with a stapler.
Okay.
That's the giveaway.
I'm gonna burn down the whole office.
Yeah. All right. Last one. Mel Gibson is known for turning down this main role.
Matrix. No, I'm kidding.
You didn't raise your hand.
That was a joke.
All right, number 2. Joaquin Neiman plays the villain. Number 3. Are you not entertained? Drew?
Oh, Jesus.
Get it right, Drew.
I was two.
Why am I blanking on the actual name of the fucking movie?
1. Travis.
Gladiator.
You got it.
Why did I blank on the actual name of the movie?
All right, I'm pretty sure Travis won, but I'll go ahead and
think Travis won.
6-4-2.
Travis won. You don't need to add it.
That's 2 weeks in a row. That's 2 weeks in a
row.
Well done. I like that. That was fun.
That was fun.
It was entertaining. It was difficult. Maybe
Are you
a
not
little
entertained?
Maybe a little inaccurate, but we don't know. It's probably all a little inaccurate.
All fact.
Give it up, Travis.
It's not Ben's
You
fault.
won. Travis, you won. You're not allowed to complain.
Bullshit. Listen. I'm not good at song titles. Okay, no one. I was making fun of Ben. I was making fun of Ben because he's always says I'm not good at song titles, and then he always wins.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
I've had to edit all of those where he's like, I'm not good at this, and then he wins.
And then wins.
So yes, I'm allowed to complain a little bit. This is my notes going. But guys, that's the end of this podcast because I'm tired and I need another drink and I can't get that at the bar, so I gotta go home. So if you want more of this, tell us. If you don't, we don't care. Follow us on the Twitter, follow us on the Instagram, follow us on the YouTubes, all the places, and listen to our podcast. Also, like, it's great that you follow us on social media or whatever, but like, I don't know, listen to the podcast and tell your friends again, or don't, because this is our podcast and you're along for the ride.
Yeah, you're bummed.